yeah, that Volk squad's like, I'm just gonna walk in. I beat the Soviets. And then, yeah, it's like, no, Soviets beat you. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot17, and today I'm bringing you a 4v4 on the map, Hill 400. With us is going to be Emmy, Ghost Division, Striker, and Sem, 2 Austrian, 2 OKW, versing a Brit, an American, Super Biz, Ponko, Digital, and Soviet Elf being the 2 additional Soviet players on the Allied team. Alright, before we jump into the game as well, and while it sets up, I do want to say a couple things. One, this is the last game of 2022, that's why I have my holiday shirt on. Can you guess what the again, the ugly Christmas sweater theme is? Leave it down in the comments down below, I'm very curious. But, on a little more serious note, thank you all for your support throughout this year. Hopefully, again, you guys have enjoyed my content, and will continue to enjoy my content into 2023. I also want to I'll probably have like a highlight of my favorite things throughout the year, but one highlight hopefully that will be amazing is going to be a charity stream. I did one last year for Big Brothers Big Sisters. They supported me directly with me and my brother using their services after my dad passed away. I want to do another charity for a similar cause that affected my life. Maybe not as directly, but still. I'm going to be doing a charity stream where you can inflict pain upon me for every donation. I might be drinking, I might be slapped in the face, have my face eaten by a corgi, you name it. I even have jelly beans that are Carolina Reaper based, so it's going to be fun. But anyway, you can, the charity itself is going to be the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, as that's unfortunately how my dad passed away. So, again, going to be hopefully raising charity for a good cause, and we'll see how things go, but hopefully you guys enjoy. That's going to be January 2nd, 8 a.m. Central Time starting, and we'll go for 12 hours. So, hopefully that's going to be a fun time. Probably not for me, probably going to be in pain, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be totally fine. In the meantime, MG is opening fire on conscripts with an MG. Looks like set up to counterfire. Again, more Soviet forces dealing with the OKW via Ghost Division. Doctrine-wise, we have Storm Doctrine, so ambushing and direct strikes. Luftwaffe, so Fallschirmjägers are likely with air support. Artillery support with fortifications and heavy defenses, as well as an elephant possibly making its debut. Soviet Elf going airborne, and that makes sense given 1, 2, 3, 4 Soviet forces being conscripts. And I'm assuming more en route. While this other Soviet is going basically support. He got 2 MGs and a mortar to back up the other Soviet. So one guy goes pure frontline infantry, the other guy brings out support. Meanwhile, what they're facing is kind of a mix, though. Looks like Emmy doing the exact same thing with MGs and Pioneers backing up Ghost Division, who may have lost the troop already, and has a Vulcan Sturm on the retreat, so maybe not as combat effective as he may like. Down south, the Americans are pushing forward, though they themselves have to deal with an entrenched OKW force and an MG moving up, so that's going to be a hard advance unless that mortar can really do the damage. We have double mortars backing them up, so maybe Sem has enough firepower to hold back the Americans. Looks like the MG's doing wonders. And the Volk squads are doing okay. Meanwhile, again, we have an engineer, MG backing up. This MG was smoked. Very good job by Digital to try to block the view in advance, especially on this area. Because you can see here, this capture point is cutting off this territory. So again, so long as the Allies have this point, Axis can't get the fuel. Now it looks like they're going to get the fuel down south as the Pioneers grab this territory. And the MG... No! Rear Echelon does get the decap, so no fuel for the Germans. Then they now get suppressed, so that's unfortunate. But it's fine. They managed to push back the American with British and American forces trying their best to counterattack. Good grenade. Gets a model. Not amazing, though. No squad wipe. And it looks like the Americans and British forces are unfortunately held back from capturing a very critical piece of territory. The Germans still need to recap that. MG up north is doing the best it can. Additional MG and Panzer Grenadiers moving up with a 222. Volk squads moving on in to assist in the counterattack. Again, I have to say Fallschirmjägers have to be coming, right? Like, they have to be. Super Biz went airborne companies, so Pathfinders. Yep, we already have them with possible paratroopers. Could be a good counter for the Fallschirmjägers with their was it 1919s? Anyway, Digital went with mechanized support, so great, again, long-range warfare, anti-tank, and of course, anti-infantry with the ISU-152. I mean, same thing with the guards, but they start off with AT, and then they get the DPs with, of course, the ability to button, so better once you upgrade. So we have the Soviet Elf going with airborne troops, which again, hopefully SVTs for all the good boys and girls here. I know Christmas has passed, but still, anyway, hopefully the conscripts are able to get those upgrades to counteract the Germans, because, yeah, the Germans already have a 222 on the field. Can we get a pick, though? Volk Squad very low. Looks like they will survive. 222 flanking the MG, doing a great job at just harassing Digital, who needs an AT gun. I just realized it's 800 manpower, so, yeah, you have the resources to get that, upgrade. Probably should, you know, get that, not upgrade, get that unit, sorry. Anyway, we got ourselves an MG that did manage to push back the 222. Stern Pioneers maybe trying to make the attempt to grab the, capture point, but being shredded by the conscripts, even if some of them are retreating. On the southern position, unfortunately, though, it's not looking great to be the Allies. Pathfinders are pushing, but Panzer Grenadiers and an MG are repositioning to counter. I still have mortar support, still have additional Volk squads, still have the MG down here. It's not looking great, and again, Pathfinders are very good infantry, but you need some range with them. Panzer Grenadiers closing that gap are not helping things, and the mortar support shreds, absolutely just annihilates the riflemen pushing on in. So the Germans will hold the fuel and will hold a decent lead, at least in fuel. Munition wise, it's dead even with the middle section right now held by the Germans. Oh wow, and they dropped Fallschirmjägers on the munition point. Wow, that's some arrogance right there, but you know what, they have it. I also love how he's you know, doing hold fire so he can camouflage, but he's not in any camouflage, so he's easily seen. Great job, Ghost Division. You're not really being all that much of a ghost. Anyway, mortars and, again, double MG, all great, but I think an AT gun is needed. Looks like Digital is getting a tier 3 building, though, so he'll be able to bring out a, you know, T-70, half-track, something like that. Conscripts being given more SVT rifles. MG caught out of position, Volk squad's advancing with a 222 backing them up. And Digital might collapse here. Fallschirmjägers flanking the other MG. Yeah, we have a complete collapse of the Allies. Additional Soviet forces doing the best, but I think they can be more of a delaying action, although it looks like good kill with the MG here. But I don't think it's going to be something long-term, as there's just too many Germans. We have a bundle grenade. Does a little bit of damage, not much, but Fallschirmjägers are already racking up that kill count. Needs to get to cover. Volk squads as well, pushing on in. Can we throw some incendiary grenades against that heavier cover? I mean, that man's on fire. Can we make more men on fire? Everyone should be no. Anyway, Volk squads are keeping the conscripts away, and looks like we have Emmy here grabbing the territory, even placing an S minefield, which is pretty solid. Prevents Emmy infantry from easily moving on in to grab it. So solid job there. Again, keeping the Allies back in their base. It's not looking good, as the American force down here is... I mean, look, the VP did get captured by the Allies. I will give them that. But I don't know. I find that very hard to think that they're going to be able to easily push up and take this territory. I mean, right now, Sem is, I think, out of position. I think he should be behind this cover. But if he can get on the point, maybe he can stop it. But there is still the MG. There's still the mortars, right? Yeah, there's still the mortar support. Half-track to reinforce. It's not looking amazing. And remember that half-track is camouflage because Sem has Jaeger armor, so not only that, but he can deploy flares, so they can, you know, illuminate obstacles in the distance to help the MG or mortar teams get maximum sight for maximum range and maximum effectiveness, right? So all good there. MGs are currently guarding the northern territory. Double mortars are firing at what? Oh, the minefield. That makes sense. But the Germans are hiding. They are camouflaged right now and allowed to ambush the enemy when they see fit. So again, the Allies might be like, hey guys, this entire area is open. We can easily advance. It's going to be super easy. Well, no. The units are on standby and they will get first strike options if the enemy pushes on in. I don't think they want to use against the engineer, but I think at this point you probably should. Rough grenade fires. Does not detonate any more mines. But Panzergrenadiers move in, but it wasn't fast enough as the territory was successfully decapped by the engineer. So that's going to stop the fuel coming in. Probably should have reacted a little bit sooner. Maybe they were waiting for reinforcements, I'm not sure. But that camouflage and attack kind of backfired. They didn't really do all that much. Was expecting a lot more. Was expecting a whole lot more. Although I will say the Axis do have AT, so they are prepped for light armor. So if Digital does get that T-70, I don't think it's going to be all that effective. Big Soviet blob of 5 conscripts duking it out. They do push back a Fallschirmjäger unit, but 222 and Volk squads might throw them away. Hold on. Conscript valiantly charges to toward the 222, hopefully an AT grenade. No, we don't get it, unfortunately. He backs up just enough so that the AT grenade was not able to be thrown. Flamethrower unit is attempting to help out the Volk, but it looks like the Volk squads did perish under sustained fire, so good job there. Did he lose this? I think he lost a squad. Thought he had 3 Volk squad, but might be wrong there. Let's see. No, I think he did, because I think he lost one in the beginning, so that'll be the second one. So great job there. Conscript attempts to ouvra, but unfortunately has to retreat after losing a lot of health. But at least he killed a unit. If the Soviets did indeed kill a unit from Ghost Division, then his name essentially is just death, because, yeah, not that great. Speaking of death, oh my god, if I'm going to give a movie recommendation that I swear to god, I never thought I would say this, but I highly recommend checking out Puss in Boots 2, The Last Wish, because it's fantastic. And the villain in it, mwah, perfect. There's multiple, technically it's multiple villains, but the best one is obviously the one that's the wolf character. Highly recommend it. Great, like Western sort of movie. It's just really, really damn good. I was just surprised by how much I enjoyed it. And how dark that movie is, oh god. But anyway, Fallschirmjäger deploys from behind, gets a nice bundle grenade on the MG. Panzergrenadier and the Jaeger infantry squad push on in. Rifle grenade does miss, is unable to kill the unit. The unit's already retreating, so they do still have to worry about the infantry. Grenades are thrown. Not much is really made of either, but nice shot from the Zis gun. It's amazing a Soviet elf had to get the AT gun, and the gentleman with 1,400 manpower is like, nah, we're not going to get that. Down south, haven't really said much because really not much to say. Territory is booby-trapped right now thanks to, what, let's see down here. Oh, Obosadan squad, maybe? I'm assuming it was them, but whatever. At the very least, territory is protected if they try to go for it. Big old explosion. A lot of allied forces, though, are lying in wait. Looks like Ponko and Superbiz are trying their best to counteract Sem and Stryker. Will it be enough? Well, we shall see. But infantry section do have 5-man squads. They do have smoke, so they can block that MG, and there's nothing else stopping them from MG-wise from another direction. Though, sniper could also wear down the MG, and looks like the infantry section is focusing. Will it be enough? Again, they're diving in deep. They have grenades, but unfortunately some of the British forces are already retreating. Don't lose the squad! Oh, no. Wait, they're not going to focus. Oh, they focus on the sniper, and they focus on the infantry section. Oh, no. Ponko! Ugh, yeah, that did not go well. Well, at least you have some manpower because you lost most of your army. Bar finders are on the field, and looks like already shredded some men, so excellent work. Panzergrenadiers are trying to figure out what to do. Right now, the American forces are trying to get away from any MG or anything up there, but still need to worry about the mortars, in my opinion. Bud grenade is dodged by the lieutenant. Mortar teams are firing. Grenades are thrown on the Panzergrenadier squad. Although Panzergrenadiers die, yes! Riflemen, oh, but they themselves lose a squad. Are they gonna lose 2? Panzergrenadiers 24 kills. They themselves are barely retreating. Barfinders do get the pick on the Panzergrenadier. So many losses on both sides, but again, I have to say the Allies might have lost a little bit more just based on the all the British forces. But again, both Panzergrenadiers dying, that's a nice little win right there. You might have lost one rifleman, but if it was just straight up the USF and the Austere, I would give it to the American forces there. So, great job. Anyway, up north, it looks like the Allies did manage to push in. Haven't grabbed the fuel just yet. That's still under Axis control, but at the very least, they did you know, make sure neither side gets the fuel. Axis still have lead, though. Munition-wise, Axis are down thanks to allied caches. Good job there, although Axis do have some caches going down. In the middle piece of territory, Panzer Grenadiers trying to move on in to grab it. Allies are down about 100 points. We'll see if they're able to swing things around. MG, though, is guarding the territory. Volk squads are trying to get the VP back to, again, put on the pressure on the Allies. Guard forces are trying to figure out what to do. Maybe hitting the Panzer Grenadiers from range with DPs? Yes! We do have DPs, so at least Digital did get that. So he's able to fight those Panzer Grenadiers from range. Or not, because... Oh, okay, now they can. I was going to say they were camouflaged for a moment, but they revealed themselves, and the cover was destroyed. Good job focusing on that to make sure the Panzer Grenadiers have no good cover, although the guard forces are very low. Please don't lose them. Okay, they did not die. That's a positive. Alrighty. So what do we got here? We got double mortar on standby, trying to assist. Volk squads as well. Grabbing the territory or trying to take it back. We got the MG hopefully suppressing them with mortar fire to stop it. Again, right now, population-wise, we're looking at, what, low 40s? No, absolutely not. We're looking at upper 40s, thanks to the average with Striker. That was with the Axis, sorry. Allies are looking at mid 40s, maybe low 40s on average. So, again, they need to build up their army. But, again, luckily you have this Soviet force here with so many SVT rifles. Hopefully they can drive the enemy back. But now we have Fallschirmjägers. But will 4 conscripts with SVTs and 1 support be enough to fight 2 Fallschirmjägers in Elbel Sedan? We shall see. Right now it looks like that is exactly what's happening. Although, nice job with the white phosphorus. It's not white phosphorus. It's whatever the hell this is. But yeah, no, essentially it's a white phosphorus variant for the Germans. But they're able to block sight, force the conscripts back. And right now the Allies are doing pretty well. Again, hopefully they can send 1 man, grab this position, and get the fuel back on their side. We already have armor. Weird how the Germans were not the ones with medium armor out first. Okay, there is a Panzer IV down here. But still, very surprising it took this long to get medium armor. T-34 is up north to assist. Again, Germans up AT, and looks like they were saving up for maybe some bigger armored units. We have a Brumbar in mid, just hasn't really done much. Let's see. Striker, again, that Panzer IV. We have another T-34. We have, wow, okay, mortar carriages. But again, no action yet. And Ponko is still trying to recover an army. Panzer IV was effectively pushed back by a couple nice bazooka teams, so excellent job there. Let's see up north. Brumbar is still chilling. Buddy, you're on the clock. Maybe you want to fire on some guard forces. Just saying, maybe. Maybe. Anytime now. He's killing your ally. Your ally's about to die. Your ally's on his last leg. He is dead, good sir, and you did nothing. You did absolutely nothing. T-34 trying to do something. Unfortunately, the running of the Germans is active, and he can't crush them while they run away, but he can still shoot them. Maybe get a couple models here and there. Flamethrower pushes back the guard forces. 222 assisting the Brumbar after took a few licks and decided to retreat. Let's see. Again, all these T-34s that are being deployed are the 76 variants, so don't expect, like, big, sweeping, like, epic hits by... They can still ram, let me be very clear, but they're not going to do tremendous amounts of damage. Though good, you know, running over a Fallschirmjägers could be a good idea. Don't know why he walks so closely to that T-34. He does have AT. We do have a Panther on the field, so he has something to easily push that back. But I think the amount of conscripts would probably make you want a Sturm Tiger, or in this case, he has Fallschirmjägers, I know. But like, literally anything else to fight off this infantry. Stuka would be fantastic. But no, we have not gotten that. But we have gotten more allied caches in the meantime. 57 munitions per turn. Not as much as that allied game I recently posted, which, again, thank you all for watching. But still, it's a decent number, and allows more, well, medical supplies to be dropped and rifles to be given away. So, you know what? Good. He also has double AT, so good protection there. And again, medical supplies will help heal all these men here. We have a fight in mid, and right now that Brumbar decided to move on in, get some hits, and almost dies thanks to a bazooka team, I assume. And I'm not entirely, maybe this gun was hitting more than I thought, but I'm not entirely sure. Also, why is there an AT gun like over here just chilling? I don't know, but it is there. Mortar carriers just trying to push back the German infantry, which is great against units like this, which are blobbed together. Mortar carriers just fire. Can we get some good hits? As, yeah, there might have been some losses right there. Come on. He forces back Emmy, so that's good. Guard forces pushing on in, trying to kill the pack gun. Nice pick if he can get it. Panther trying to fight off conscripts and just realizing I am not cut out for this. Again, we have a strike coming on in. A Sturmovik strike hurts the MG. Oh, nice shot with the T-34. Also pushes back the MG, literally on its last man. In mid, we have a counterattack by Stryker with his Panzer IV. It looks like that's been doing a lot better in the kill count department. Mortar carriages push back. We have a priest on the field, double priest. But again, my biggest concern right now for this allied side is AT, because I think this Panzer IV is like, it's like that was it John Travolta meme where he's just looking around like what's going on, nothing here. Yeah, yeah, he's easily able to move up because there's nothing to stop him. Even an AT grenade isn't that big of a threat because there's nothing for follow-up. There's nothing to bring down the health to hit his engine. He's just able to back up, wear down that squad, and then maybe counterattack. We'll see. Right now, you have the guard troops moving on in. Just, again, mines have been deployed here, but that could be a double-edged sword, as the German infantry could also be hit by it. The Soviet force there, not to be trifled with, they are shredding the Germans. Again, we have like an average of like teens for kill counts for these Soviets, which is pretty damn good for being 22 minutes in the game. T-34 assisting against this German blob, which is being absolutely manhandled by a bunch of conscripts. And mortar fire. Can't forget about those mortars. So, may not have the most impressive kills, but every little bit helps. Brumbar moving on in, but there's still the AT gun, so I don't know what they're going to do. And the Soviet force are retreating to this forward position. So without artillery, they're just going to reinforce and heal. So, yeah, the Volk squad's like, I'm just going to walk in. I beat the Soviets. And then, yeah, it's like, no, Soviets beat you. So, we do have another Panther, which again, interesting choice. I think a Stuka would be better in this situation, but that's me. We have Fallschirmjägers. It looks like they did catch Digital's AT gun out of position. I'm glad he got an AT gun. Unfortunately, it did die. Oh, nice shots. Su-85 walks into it. Almost perishes. Can we get a final kill on it? Panther does. Can he see that far? Oh, the Fallschirmjäger. That's a excellent job right there. Katusha does. Wait, maybe not. It gets a few more hits, but nothing too critical on that Fallschirmjäger squad. But nice kill on the Su-85. Great use of the Fallschirmjägers to cause all sorts of havoc and then get sight for the Panther to get the final blow with her Kenwerfers helping bring it down. Almost pushes back the assault officer. And yeah, no, overall, hey, not bad. Not bad in the slightest. Germans continue to hold the VPs. They have advantage there. Panzer IV backing up against the Bauerfeinders. Look, again, Bauerfeinders. Great veterancy. Good kills all around. But not really much you can do against a Panzer IV, right? So, but anyway, doctrine-wise, we're artillery, and is the reason why that guy got artillery. So not priest, sorry, it's sexton. I think I said priest earlier, so my bad. Half-track here to reinforce. Can keep. Yeah, I don't know if you want to stay there against that many Bauerfeinders. AT gun, the M1 doing its best to push back the Panther. We have a strike coming on in. That is a IL-2 rocket run. Scares the armor away, which I guess is good. Again, lots of allied AT guns all over the place. Soviets coming back up. Again, still 5 squads. Against what? The Germans have not as much as they may like and only 1 Fallschirmjäger. I feel like you've lost a lot. You've lost how many? Okay, you lost only 1. But I felt like you lost more. Maybe the Volk squads. But anyway, mortar carriages are laying waste to the Volk as they advance here from Stryker. Panzer IV, though, trying to help, but again, bazooka teams and AT guns should drive him away. A number of good shots. Oh, snare as well. Bring him down to about 40% health with a damaged engine. Very nice. Nice shot with the Panther, getting a good shot on the mortar carriage. Panther being driven away. Volk squads on standby. Can we get some decent hits? Not really. They're being shredded before they can do much. Guard troops didn't lose anything. Again, lots of Soviets now moving to mid. Brumbar, again, is upping that kills, so maybe he's able to do something. I say that and he hits a tree. Brumbar, can you not disappoint me right now? I'm talking to a bunch of people who may be watching my content, or maybe there's no one here and I've been talking to myself the entire time. We won't know. Or I won't know. But, you know. It's one of those things I'll just leave up to your imagination. Anyway, Brumbar pulls on back after being hit by double Zis guns. We do have artillery, and that's thanks to... Hold on. Yeah, probably the guy with no. Oh! I thought it was Emmy, but no, Stryker is the one that has it. Okay. Stryker as a LFH with 13 kills. And he's been hammering this German position. Can we actually... No, it's hitting over here. I was worried it was going to hit the Katusha and Sexton. Can we kill the Zis gun? That might be helpful. Can we also not lose the Obelsodaten? Okay, barely alive. Panzer IV, 25 kills. Brumbar just deployed onto the field. Recons down south. Maybe illuminate a possible way for these bar finders to get in the south. Maybe. Bunker being developed to make sure the infantry have a harder time advancing. Brumbar repositioning to stop Super Biz. It probably will be enough. Because again, no AT. And bunkers being made, so... this isn't IR Pathfinder, so we can call in strikes. That isn't going to happen. What will happen is the Allies down to 320 point deficit in VPs. It's not looking great. Again, Bazooka team's doing what they can, but the Brumbar has a good amount of armor to hold the line. Up north, we have the Panther just chilling, waiting maybe for a time to strike. But another Su-85 is going to prevent an effective deep dive. I mean, to be fair, all the Soviet infantry. They did lose one, but Soviet Elf still has a good amount. Compared to this German who just got mortared, amazing hit. Hold on, can we get some kills with any of these squads? Doesn't look like it. Very low on health, but it looks like they will escape. Which is unfortunate. I was hoping for some picks. Meanwhile, again, lots of Soviet infantry moving into mid. Again, they're backed up by T-34s and Su-85, so Panzer IV might need to worry a bit. Brumbar, though, coming on in to save the day. Gets good shot, forcing two squads back. Again, AT, though, causing havoc, pushing back the Panther, and could theoretically hit the Brumbar now. Although, great bunker buster hit on it, hitting even the retreating units. Pretty effectively. Nice. Alright. Wears down the health. Oh my god. Brumbar gets a good shot on the bar finders. Again, so much infantry grouped up. Spread out your men so you don't get hit by the Brumbar. But Obelsodaten is in good cover. Unfortunately, Saw Officer says, here's a present for you. Now leave. He's going to retreat back up. Assault right into the assault officer's clutches. Ponko's like, yes, how do you like being squad wiped? I still only have 4 men, but still. At least now I have a Churchill. Which Panther's trying to stop, but again, has a lot of armor. So it's going to take a lot of shots to wear that thing down. Brumbar is injured. Got snared and pulling back. We have a P-47 rocket run in effect. So they might be able to focus on a Panther. Hold on. Here come the rockets. Panther dodges for the most part. Little damage. Oh, got a good shot in on the rear armor there. But middle is essentially under Allied control. Great job because they're at 100 points. They need to stop hemorrhaging if they want to keep themselves in the game at this point. Bunkers have been mass deployed by SEM, but easy pickings for the Jackson and Churchill. Rockets hit the Jagdpanzer, which was deployed by Stryker. A counterattack might be happening up north, but again, the Soviet blob is going to easily stop. Hold on! T-34 flanking with Su-85. Can we stop the Panther? We had rockets, again, at the Jagdpanzer. Goes down. Ooh. Lost the Panther. Can we lose enough? Stuka gets neutralized. T-34 can't ram, but can still dish out damage. And the conscripts can focus on the infantry while he's distracted. Unfortunately, T-34 perishes to Emmy's Panther. S-35 might need to worry if any more AT focuses on it. Come on. Does get the Panther kill. So Ghost Division literally is made of ghosts now. I think most of his army is dead. So, even though he lost some men, I think it's still a positive trade for the Soviet. Panzer IV, though, trying to counterattack with the combat blitz moving on in. Does vanish, but... oh, a bounce off the S-285. Man, that's unfortunate. Can we get a wipe? Does get a wipe. Excellent job there, Zisgun on standby. And is able to wear down the Panzer IV, trying to find an escape route. Will go north. Conscript trying to cut him off. And again, Zisgun can just chase. Oh my god, it was a... he tries to go back, thinking the conscript will go on the other end. Does not work. Zisgun just immediately sets up and kills the Panzer IV. Vet 3 Panzer IV going down. Oh, that's unfortunate. That'll take some time to get that thing back up. Brumbar moving on in to try to counteract the Zisguns, but still not enough. There's still plenty of AT. Heck, Ponko feels so confident. He moved up the Sexton right in front of the enemy line. Like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Come at me, bro. Anyway, he's able to harass the German position, which, again, not great for Emmy. Maybe not as much damage as you may like, and he did lose it, but can we at least finish off this Panther? No, he'll escape. Fallschirmjäger and almost done, at least holding back the infantry section. And, yeah, down south, we have Brumbar and an elephant. Oh, hello. Counteracting Ponko's defenses, which, by the way, Ponko, you somehow both have an army and about to lose all of it again. So, congratulations. Again, you have the 17-pounder hitting the Brumbar, but I just don't think it's going to last too much longer. Maybe focus on the elephant. It just murdered your Beaufort, so that might be important. Beaufort did hit the elephant. Jackson is well hitting it. By the way, my girlfriend, who's amazing, got me a water bottle, brand new, but this is not just your normal water bottle. This has a button on it that will, it's like, wait, it has a USB port? Yes, because this button on top has apparently a UV light that will clean the water bottle. So, pretty damn awesome. I have a wonderful girlfriend. Truly saw me every time I had a water bottle here, like a plastic one, and is like, okay, you could be doing a lot better. So, once again, thank you. Anyway, let's get back to the game and not just, you know, not gloating. Wrong word. Well, although I could gloat. Me talking amazingly about my amazing girlfriend. So, Panzer Grenadiers with Shreks moving on in against these mortar, oh boy, mortar carriages, because yeah, these things have been causing all sorts of havoc. Maybe not the most kills, but still just a nuisance. The Shrek teams could easily murder them if they all hit, but Barfinders are keeping them at bay. Hitting them at range and just shredding those Panzer Grenadiers. So they need a counter, but the Brumbar is still repairing, so it will take some time. Up north, it looks like we had some German air support that managed to cause some havoc, but I don't know. I think the Soviets are still pressing against you, so maybe not as much as you might like. Oh! IL-2 doesn't kill the Brumbar. Very close, though. But I will say, Emmy does have double Panthers, which could be a bad, you know, bad force if that S-285 is caught out of position. But looks like with Zisgun support and conscripts, Panthers didn't get the opportunity. Although we do have Emmy's LFH firing upon the enemy lines. It looks like it did uproot the Soviet forward position, so he had to retreat back to his own base. Though, again, conscripts are still vetted and still doing fairly well. Again, I will say the same thing for the Barfinders. They're probably the most consistent infantry on the field. Digital, I mean, Digital's mortars are pretty solid, but his guard troops, well, one is great, one is a recruit, and kind of a mixture of an army that's recruit-based. Emmy, his armor's looking pretty good. Ghost Division is mostly a ghost at this point. A shadow of his former self. Anyway, Stryker is, again, mixed. He lost his armor as well. And Sem has the Elephant and Brumbar. But again, just not really super highly vetted forces, all things considered. So, Allies have the edge in that department. We'll see if the Germans are able to get some wipes, which are desperately needed to hold, you know, 2 VPs and win the game. Mortar teams are opening fire. Guards desperately cling onto the point, trying to take it. While we have a Jaeger command squad north trying to fight the infantry. Fun fact, you're outnumbered. Literally, like, 17 to 3. Artillery, though, is hitting mid. Guard forces are forced back. Obelsadon trying to get a pick. We have more Fallschirmjägers deployed. Try to counteract the conscripts with a Brumbar rushing on in. This one has 41 kills. Like, again, Emmy's infantry, pretty solid. Fallschirmjägers look like might die again. No, they will live, but again, they were very close to perishing. So, amazing job right there. Anyway, Obelsadon looks like might be able to take this position, but nice job by the Allies contesting the southern position, causing Stryker all sorts of havoc. Brumbar does push. Can we get a wipe? You are holding fire. Volk Squad and Obelsadon. Oh, Obelsadon is doing fine, but that Volk Squad got hit pretty bad. Mortar carriage is like, no, I'm gonna hit the Obelsadon too. Can they kill? They do. Jackson gets a great shot, kills the Brumbar. Though, Elephant almost kills Jackson. Almost. But not enough. And Jackson is able to retreat. Unfortunately, these mortar carriages are possibly about to be slaughtered. Oh my god. Shrek teams and the Elephant get a great shot. Can we get another volley? Hold on. Missed by the Elephant may cost the Panzergrenadier, but no, he will live. Same too for this mortar carriage. It does live to fight another day. And again, German forces do take back the VP down here, which is solid. And again, artillery is doing pretty good with the new Panther being deployed. But in mid, Allies hold that and are slowly bringing down the Axis. Again, slowly. It's about 270 some points. So they still have a bit of a deficit ahead of them. But you know, you never know what's going to happen. You never know. Oh boy, King Tiger on standby. So again, going with that big heavy tank to try to push back the Allies. Again, also it's a big target, and we know the enemy has a definite air support through the P-47, so they could snare it, hit it, etc. But King Tiger has high explosive shots and can definitely wear down this stuff. I mean, normal shots are good against armor too, but definitely can squad wipe. So hopefully he can do that against these conscripts. Sturmvik strike, though, drives the Germans away. And the Allies hold on to this position. Again, we have Ponko making another Bofor. Not much stopping armor from moving on in, but you know what? At least they'll stop the infantry for the time being. Down south, we have Barfinders moving on in. Again, solid job by Super Biz to just constantly harass the Germans. Again, right now the Germans need to come up with a plan to really take down one of these allied players. Because the worst player is probably Ponko, but even he has like a decent army. Whereas you have Ghost Division, which is kind of the weakest, being under him. Yeah. Actually, how are the Allies and Axis doing? Now that I'm thinking about it, wait, hold on. Ghost Division might lose all of his men. Katusha does manage to kill one. The other one does survive. Panther's pushing. Alright. Kills the Katusha. Great shot right there. They're going to pull on back. Alright, so real quick, population-wise after that is mid-70s? Yeah, low 70s, I would say, for the Axis. Allies are hovering around... Oh, no! Soviet Elf! Is that 43 population? I mean, he still has a vetted army, but he has no armor after those casualties. Like, mid-50s compared to, like, upper 70s, so 60s. But, again, Axis actually have more men. I'm a little bit shocked by that, but right now they gain that advantage because of Soviet losses. But we'll see. We'll see if something changes. Maybe 17-pounder gets a lucky shot. Elephant very low. P-47 strikes brought the Elephant to about 10% health. But it was not enough to kill it. Rocket Run hits the AA half-track. Again, not enough to kill it. Rockets are so close to murdering the Elephant. But with like a literally a percent of his health left. He manages to get out of there. No, wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I was like, I heard the rockets. I thought it might hit the elephant. Nope, hits this panther. But the damage is already done. The Germans did take some heavy hits, and the Allies are managing slowly but surely to grab the VP down here. Again, I think the defensive works in mid might start actually, like, having a domino effect, because right now, the Axis don't have, like, a solid, stable point. Even their best footing down south is right now slowly falling in Allied hands. So they need to do something, and in mid, that elephant has to be committed. There's an IS-2 and 5-2 there. They need to use it to counter that, but they also have the 70-pounder, so they also need artillery. Multiple factors need to be brought in, but luckily they do have a LEFH. They have two, technically, that could open fire and wear the forces down here, and that's exactly what's needed. Artillery hitting the half-track, or that general area. Hitting the Pioneers, maybe a wipe? It's very close. Pioneers, you want to move? Really? Really? Striker, you're complaining about spams? Oh, because I see. He saw this, the defenses. Well, the defenses were enough to kill their Brumbar. So great shot, I think, with the Su-8. No, Su-85 didn't do it. What, AT gun, maybe? I don't know, but anti-air is working wonders for the Allies. Panther trying to charge the mortar carriages. He's done. Striker is just wants these things dead. But Bazooka Team's moving on in. Even though he is trying to move in for quick kills, Bazooka Team's to drive him away. And Jackson stopping his retreat. Wonderful job, Super Biz. Excellent cut. Great job blocking his retreat. Now he has to go forward and get snared and dies. Hey, anything else you want to say? Anything at all, Striker? Because I think that's you moving in without any support, so that's kind of on you. So, I love it when people trash talk, because it immediately blows up in their face. It's great. Anyway, Fallschirmjäger grabs the point, so yay, the Germans aren't hemorrhaging as much, but they're still losing VPs. Right now, again, guard forces are easily able to move on in. Again, maybe doesn't have the best frontline force, but at least Digital has enough manpower to reinforce anything he loses, and also has a big goddamn tank in mid to help protect Ponko's men. So that's good. I want to say Ponyo, but no, Ponko. Anyway, so while the Allies guard mid, the Germans are being hit by Sexton fire. Elephant repositioning down south, but again, right now they're versing infantry with lots of bazookas, so I don't know what a bunch of tank destroyers are going to do, or anti-tank units in general. Werfer, though, is unable to fire for another 45 seconds. Don't expect that. And now we have zeroing? No, Sturmovik strike coming in. I think? No, concentration barrage. Okay, I was like, I saw a plane. I'm like, is that? It took a minute to register. Same thing with that Stug to register to get out of there, but unfortunately it was not able to. We have German forces pushing north. King Tiger trying to assist. Only 5 kills so far. I feel like you should have had more by this time. But whatever the case may be. Soviet forces pushed back the Fallschirmjäger. Again, plenty of Soviet mines. Sturmovik strike as well, pushed back another squad. Almost done, was last man in the fight, and you're not winning against all those conscripts. I hate to break it to you. King Tiger does neutralize the Zis gun, but again, Su-85 backing them up. Volk squad's forcing the enemy back. So great job there. Mortar carriages immediately walk into a Shrek team. So yeah, that could have gone better. Let's see here. Artillery fire hitting the Zis gun. Sexton's lighting up the enemy. Oh, they neutralized the LEFH. Nice. Good positioning, good use of the Sextons. As long as you don't get hit by a counter fire or, you know, a Panther dive. Solid job. Small counterattack by the Emmy might kill this Su-85 here. Does actually neutralize it, and also the IC-152 in mid got forced back. So Panther speeding away, does manage to get out of there. King Tiger on standby, just waiting. We have artillery firing, hitting the back lines. Great shot on the Dushka machine gun. Engineers trying to heal the Su-85. German forces, though, managed to push up and actually hit the 17-pounder. They're incinerating it. Brumbar on standby. Infantry section and assault officer moving on in.
Ready to bombard with the base howitzers.
Nice shots with the bar troops, managing to wear down the Vickers machine gun. Excellent job. Which the Germans had. I just realized that. Okay. Panzergrenadiers pulling on back. Elephants mostly repaired. Again, no kills on it, which is interesting. But almost has Vet 2, so that's been doing work. Although bazooka teams are driving it away. Werfer fires, but alas, took so long to fire. So long that it just wasn't able to do that much. Again, bar finders just coming on in, just wiping all the infantry. Excellent sweep right here by Super Biz. A Morbius sweep, I might add. Or not, or you know, maybe I should let that meme die. But you know, I'm reminiscing about the worst movies of the year, and while Morbius is bad, Moonfall, that's your top tier trash right there, or Pinocchio. Two of the 3.5 of them, two of them are bad. Is it Netflix? Pinocchio: The True Story and the Disney Pinocchio are bad. The Guillermo del Toro one, Netflix, fantastic. And Puss in Boots, secretly a Pinocchio movie, also great. Anyway, Panther, secretly, or not secretly, dying in front of all the Soviet forces, thanks to, even with the German air support coming on in, they're being forced back by the Su-85, the IC-152, and the other Su-85. This other Panther's just chilling fighting infantry. King Tiger, I don't know what you were doing, but apparently you lost a lot of health up north. A lot of Panthers, but again, just you need a concentrated effort to advance. I've just been kind of like, this Panther just charges in by itself. Like, I get it, Striker, you want the Sexton dead, I understand, but it's not worth, the trade is not worth it, right? It's like, you're just not gaining. Oh god, great shots by the 17-pounder and the Jackson right there against that Panther, just knocking it out. Again, Ghost Division truly living up to his name. Also, unfortunately, does anyone have, well, okay, Emmy lost his vetted Brumbar, and we still have a okay, it's a new Brumbar. So all the Brumbars of past have died, and now we have new ones with no veterancy to them. We have air support coming on in against all this armor, including King Tiger advancing, hoping to kill that Jackson. Instead, he'll try to kill the lieutenant, unable to. Big push by the Germans, hit by Allied air support, causing all sorts of havoc, but they will try to continue their push. And by them, I mean the Allies, pushing back the Panthers with artillery fire as well. King Tiger trying to get some emergency heals to keep itself in the fight. Air support, though, will not let the armor rest, hitting them on the retreat. But alas, not too much damage. Artillery is just absolutely demolishing the Germans in the northern sector. And I say north, but it's really close to their base, honestly. Again, some great shots. Again, just in a concentrated area. Wonderful shot on the bar troops. Again, it's like, well, Greyshot, you missed. That area is so highly concentrated, it's going to be it's going to be a lot more of a nuisance for the Allied infantry to push through in that sector. So, again, good job. But again, you probably need to focus on killing those Sextons, because, my god, they have just caused so much havoc. But again, Ponko still is the weakest Allied army, with Although Soviet Elf is lower, he has a lot more veteran troops. I would be very curious to see how many kills his conscripts have gotten. ISU-152 bounces because it's high explosive against the Jagdpanzer. Still, it's forcing the unit back, which is what you need. Obozadat and charging by itself. Buddy, do you not see the line of mortar carriages killing you? Oh, wait, you don't, because you're dead. ISU-152 puts that unit down from retreating. Volk squad advancing again. Werfer fires. Will it actually hit anything? Does kill the MG. I'll give him credit. Alright. Great job. Let's see right now. Jagdpanzer are getting some heals on the front, which is very risky against multiple units that could, you know, hit you from afar. Though it looks like they're heading elsewhere. Maybe they're pushing south. I'm not entirely sure. There are some bunkers here. Again, they do have easy counters to the bunkers now with all the mortar carriages and bazooka teams. So we'll see how effective that is. Lots of armor still in the south. Again, luckily there's plenty of AT. Just holding back the Panthers from pushing through this corridor. Still, you have to be careful. Luckily, Soviets do have flares to allow them extra sight to see them coming on in. But again, if those Panthers hit those Su-85s from a bad angle or ambush them, you still have to worry about some of the Soviet mines, but still, it can be very bad very quickly. Anti-air is currently trying to shoot down the plane. Oh, wait! But the plane was dropping off Fallschirmjägers who walked directly into the MG. So, amazing job right there. Germans, though, do manage to grab 2 VPs. It's been like 20 mids and also dead Fallschirmjäger. So, great job, Ghost Division. King Tiger tried to protect the Brumbar. Does not do a good job. Immediately dies. That's a decent kill count now. I'll give him credit. But Su-85 just backs up and leaves. Other one moves on in. Jagdpanzer, though, forcing it back. At least from advancing on the King. ISU-152, again, still not veteran. Which is a little shocking. But whatever. It's still a nuisance the Germans have to deal with. Elephant at this point, yeah, Vet 2. Good job there. So a bit more of a nuisance. Shrek team's on standby with it too. Again, get that little speed boost, rush on in, maybe Kit the Jackson. Mortar carriages, like I said, cleaning up any defenses. Werfer, though, hitting where they are? No, you're hitting where they've been, damn it. Again, aim where they're going, not where they are currently present. Makes perfect sense. Anyway, Jackson and bazooka teams wear down the Brumbar, forcing the unit back. It comes on in, immediately retreats. Oh, wait, we have Stryker trying to do something. Artillery, specifically the airburst artillery, firing on the Allied positions, forcing them away. Maybe the Elephant can get a shot now on some of this armor, but no. Superbiz just backs on up. Allied forces stopping the Germans from taking any more of mid. Again, solid job right there. Allies, by the way, averaging... Okay, Pongo's bringing them down because otherwise it would be the low 90s. But even then, they're still like, what, mid 80s. So not too bad. Nice shots with the Su-85s hitting the armor in the back. Great job right there. Again, Panzerwerfer on standby. King Tiger and Jagdpanzer just under consistent artillery barrages. Oh, wait! Nice shot with the Katusha! Alright, managing to neutralize the Werfer. It's like, you're not going to arty my men. I'm going to arty your men. Alright, so now we're in this situation where the Axis are in this slow grind and they're losing, right? I mentioned how much the Allies have. The Axis are averaging... Actually, they're not averaging that bad. They're in themselves are probably upper 70s. But still, they're definitely on the back foot. They need a concentrated effort somewhere the Allies don't expect it and where they could probably do maximum damage. And you know where that would be? Mid. With artillery and a massive Panther charge, they could drive a wedge straight through the Allied lines. Like, again, the Axis have recon. They literally have recon, or just spotting scopes. They can see this, push straight up, clear a lot of his positions, murder Ponko, just again, and then maybe kill the mortar carriages too, swing around, kill this stuff, and then retreat. They do that, they got mid under their control. Easy. But instead, what we got is the same group of people, Ghost Division and Emmy, who just Ghost Division losing his king, and his Jagdpanzer, so again, just living up to the name. Amazing. But they keep hitting a wall of tank destroyers and just immediately dying. It's just amazing stuff right there. Just top tier stuff. And in just real events, it's kind of like the Russians at what, Bakhmut or whatever, that city. It's like, guys, been fighting at the outskirts of this city for 4 months. Maybe we should try a different tactic. No? We're going to keep charging? Okay, we're going to keep losing all of our men. Alrighty then. But, yeah, it's just constant grinds and no advancing. It's oh boy. And the constant losses. Great cervic strike, by the way. Hurts the Pioneers trying to come on out. And he still has his Panthers, but again, Ghost Division lost so much. And he doesn't have the fuel to bring out more armor, at least immediately. Warfare does fire. Hits some of the Pioneers. No wipes, though. Opusodon gets hit. Great shot right there. Again, driving the Opusodon away. Bolshemaker trying to help, but don't know how much you can do. Air support coming on in. Barfinder's diving in deep. Brumbar and Elephant both hit. Again, Bazooka team's lagging behind a bit, so they're not able to really follow up with a lot of damage. But it's not bad, because hold on. There's so many forces grouped up. P-47's having a field day with those strikes. And we have concentrated artillery as well hitting this sector. Werfers might be able to get out of there. Cash is going to go down. Again, we have Sem just retreating into his base. Now, luckily, plenty of resources for him. Not so much for Stryker. Stryker's kind of burned through a lot of his, although at least he has an army on the field. Jagdpanzers get hit by a plane, but still they'll carry on and try to hit the ISU in 5-2, even if most of their shots bounce. Again, Volk Squad's trying to get in close. Can we do it? Can we get the shot? Nope, no Faust. Jagdpanzer's moving on in. Get some shots, but so too does an Su-85. And, wait. Hold on. IL-2 run? Two for one. It could have been a little bit better, but still at least caused some damage. And Su-85 should get, oh wait, 70 pounder got the wipe. No, Su-85, wait, no. Hold on. Someone got the wipe here. Who got the wipe? I honestly don't know. Did the Dushka get the wipe? I don't know anymore. I truly don't. Panther goes down. Emmy lost his units. If this Dushka got that kill on the armor, that would have been hilarious. Anyway. Infantry being forced back. Again, this right side's pretty much falling apart. The constant air support has not been helpful. And before you say, again, skill planes, again, there's actual skill in terms of using a cervic strike, which hits a certain area, right? You can easily dodge it. And it's not like the Axis don't have direct strikes or their own call-in abilities, so you can't say it on one without the other. Just one uses it way better and has way more resources because they focused on that. Great shots with the mortar carriages, forcing the Panzer Grenadiers back. Very low on health. Again, Germans still hold the VP in the south, but in the north, it's a whole different ball game. Su-85s, again, so many of them are advancing on these Panthers. Any AT the Germans do have are being neutralized. Panther just chilling. He's taking it like a champ. And forced back. Zisgun going to be neutralized by the Su-85s. Again, Allied forces holding mid. We're almost to the point where the Axis have been brought down to where the Allies are. And maybe even further. Assault officer trying to stop the German infantry in mid, but Opusodon using smoke to try to wear down the health. And a bundle grenade, but it lasts a little too much. Needs a little bit closer.
Cherry's only got 100 points left.
MG just kind of covering this area. Panther and Werfer on standby, about to fire. Fires, hits this whole sector. Wears down the mortar. Excellent job. S285's on standby. Panther, Jagdpanzer, just trying to get out of there. Again, they need to even capture this point. Fallschirmjäger by itself trying to grab it. I mean, he is camouflage, but I think there might be something hunting you. Slowly coming in. Oh my god. He got distracted by the MG. He's still grabbing it. Fallschirmjäger. Shh. Shh. It's like, be very quiet. There's literal death around the corner. Wait. They grabbed the territory. That is shocking to me. The IC-152 didn't reveal them. But last, a grenade and some good guard troops will force the Fallschirmjägers away. Conscripts as well, cleaning up anything else. Panther dive? T-34 stops one from charging on in. 4 Su-85s will just murder it. Or decrew it. Air support hitting the south that keeps the elephant busy. 2 Panthers down. Third one barely alive. Yeah. Gonna be honest right now. Remember that wall I mentioned earlier? Yeah, you really need to try a different maneuver. Again, I feel like a Panther dive in mid would have been better, because at least there's less forces here, and it would have taken longer for them to move over. That's me. Germans really wanted that position back, and unfortunately, we're not able to get it. Jagdpanzer doing the best with what it can, but it's not going to do very well. Again, P-47s and the IL-2 Cervix strikes have just been constantly harassing the Germans well, not giving them any time to breathe. Oh, S-55, are you sniping the Panther? You are! Pioneer's trying to heal faster than it can shoot. Oh my god, it might actually. He is slowly being worn down. It is close. But Cervix strike comes on in, hits the LEFH, hurts the Pioneers. Yeah, Panther took so many hits. We did lose the conscript. I might have missed that earlier, but we also lost the Su-85. Did we get a Panther? No, we did not. Okay. A little saddened by that, but that's okay. Katusha killing the LEFH? Yes, it will. Great shot right there. Wait, is he doing Cream Barrage? No. He's just doing this area. He might be doing Creeping Barrage. Oh my god. Well, there goes a lot of the Pioneers. T-34 flanking the Jagdpanzer, or Jagdpanzer just doesn't care and moves on up. Again, there's not much stopping all these forces from just flanking. And you got paratroopers with bazookas, which just provides that extra bit of damage. If they can hit. 17 pounders, really what's doing the damage. 3,300 manpower, holy crap. Yeah, Digital, great job with the resources you have. Great shot. Again, rams the Jagdpanzer, putting it out of action. Again, still a close game with VPs, but we're about to see the Axis, again, be forced back. And right now, well, again, Sem has a big army. It's mostly AT with Warfers that can hit. Again, good bundle, I'll give them that. Paratroopers go down. Actually, Super Bay has lost a lot of men there. Might be able to get a wipe. Although P-47 taking the Brumbar, almost killing it. Again, I felt like the southern position's weaker, and I feel like I get it would leave the northern position intact, but the tank destroyers are meant to fight armor. So if the armor's not there, it's not like it's going to suddenly fight infantry. So yeah, I think a Panther dive in the south would have been a way smarter move. Again, 222 trying its best to shoot down the planes. But you got random infantry being dropped in with smoke. Like, even if they take the territory, they're not holding it. They're not going to. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Bofur, again, just wearing down any infantry that comes up to it. Just suppressing them, easily knocking out its health. So, great job overall. 17-pounder holding back the armor as well. This is pretty much GG at this point. S285's pushing on in to keep the armor at bay. Again, one Panther moves on up. So much AT counterfires and forces it back. It's not... there's just so much of it. And even a Rakenwer for the Soviets stole. It's great. And again, the Soviet conscripts have like easily over 100 kills. Oh, great shot. Artillery stops any capture from the Germans. I mean, artillery, they did manage to focus and push back some of the men. But alas, it's not going to be enough. And the Germans will, unfortunately, not prevail at the end of this game. Great game. Overall, a solid game. I will definitely say that. I wish the Germans would have refocused. I feel like that could have been a lot better. I feel like if the Germans would have honestly saw the situation, realized what's in front of them, and focused their efforts elsewhere to try to hit something else, I think that would have been way better. But, Soviet Elf, thank you very much for submitting this replay. Getting nearly 141,000 damage. Top kills as well. I think that's almost half by your conscripts. So again, very good job there. By the way, Soviet Elf, for those who don't know, is Skippy FX. So thank you, Skippy, for your support. And Striker got top damage. Did have a big mouth. Unfortunately, does break my theory that the biggest mouth, unfortunately, gets the least damage and kills. But, you know, sometimes it's not always foolproof. You know, most of the time that theory stacks up, but this time it did not. Striker did get top damage and kills with a little bit of a... Again, Ponko as well. Not the highest, but not the worst. At least he did fight mid. Soviet Elf doesn't show the kills, but his tank destroyer has got 60,000 damage, so pretty solid. How much did the conscripts get? Oh my god, conscripts got like 24,000? 24? Yeah, a little over 24,000. Pretty solid stuff, and didn't lose that many. So, really great job right there. Again, more guard forces died than conscripts. Also, very good job with the S285s right there. So, great damage. But again, a little bit more for Skippy. Sextons did pretty good. Lots of kills. Some dives against them. I think a better AT line or maybe hiding them behind mines. But you were being very aggressive with them. Of course, that is not always the option to have a mines or AT or stuff protecting them, but he did get some great long-range hits. I will give you that. Jackson, Superbiz, I thought you did a pretty good job of coming on in with your AT infantry and stuff. You constantly harassed the south, while the enemy down there was able to hold it better than the north, especially toward the later half of the game. I still felt that overall the enemy did a good job at trying to keep you away with the infantry, the artillery, and of course the tank destroyer. But your mortar carriages, I was very impressed by them. They got some great hits. Sem, yeah, I think you did good with the situation you had. Again, you were second on damage and kills. I thought you did a pretty good job holding the south, especially against the Barfinder stuff. And by the end, you did kill most of his men. So, excellent job there. Striker, again, if you're worried about skill planes, you had stuff to counteract a lot of the planes, a lot of those actions with AA, but the Allies smartly focused on your half-tracks and neutralized them, so you have to make sure you reposition them. Jagdpanzers did okay, but again, never any kills. Ghost Division, you lost most of your men, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. You lost a lot. So, yeah. Fallschirmjägers got some good kills, but you lost 9 of them, so that really kind of pales in comparison. Like, I might have the thumbnail being like conscripts are better than Fallschirmjägers. And yeah, this is a situation where it's very clearly you have the conscripts outpacing the Fallschirmjägers. Panthers, Emmy, I thought you did a pretty good job with your armor, and especially the Brumbar, the Panther dives, but I feel like you were constantly hitting a wall and you never were able to break it. I feel like repositioning your men could have really helped you out. But hey, that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. And if you have a replay, remember, you can submit it down below via my Gmail or Discord. As a reminder as well, January 2nd, 8 a.m. Central Time, I'm doing a charity stream. Please check it out and support it if you wish. Again, it's for a good cause, and hopefully you guys at least enjoy my pain and suffering that day. So until that time, thanks again for watching. This has been Greyshot117. And again, thank you to all my amazing supporters out there, and also the people just watching. You guys support me so much, so thank you. To another amazing year on Greyshot Productions, and again, y'all take care, and have a happy new year. Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117, and before y'all go, let me give a special shout out to Patreon supporters, Joey G240, Milam, BigChuche, Aphyria, Ace, PyroShark, Tony B95, Epic Pleb. Thank you all for your incredible support and helping me grow my channel and support my channel and everything I do. Thank you, and to the rest of you, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.